everybody. Thank you for joining me within the intervention team. Today we're going to speak about Alex. Thank you for joining us, Ms. Farrington, and Alex as well. Let's go ahead and do an introduction with everybody within the intervention team so we can just know everybody within the team, and then Ms. Farrington, she's joined us as well. So I just want everybody to go around the table. I'm Kishia Carrington, the AP intern here.
I'm Ms. McDaniel, the humanities teacher.
Tanisa Rucker, the instructional facilitator.
Angela Teal, school counselor.
And Ms. Farrington, you want to do an introduction?
And I'm Ms. Farrington. I am Alex's mother.
And Alex.
I'm Alex Farrington, and I'm a student here.
Okay. All right. So today we're just speaking about Alex. He has been brought to the intervention team. Basically, he has been disruptive or have multiple write-ups within Ms. McDaniel's classroom. It seems like, based off of his report card, he is doing fairly well in all of his classes except Ms. McDaniel's classroom. So that's one of the reasons that we brought him to the intervention team. So we're here just to pretty much discuss his reasons of why he's not performing well within Ms. McDaniel's classroom, and then we're going to come up with interventions. So I just wanted you to be aware of the process that we're doing, and thank you again for joining us. First, I'd like to know, right now, like I said, he's passing all his other classes, but he's been barely passing, but now he is failing Ms. McDaniel's classroom with a 60, grade of a 60. So, Alex, do you want to share with us why, some of the reasons of why you think you're not passing her classes versus your other classes?
Well, I just don't think she likes me at all. I mean, my other teachers like me, but it's anytime I talk in class, even if it's just a little bit, I get sent in the corner, or she calls my mom or something like that. And so I just think it's unfair, and it makes me pretty angry.
Okay. All right. What have you actually observed within the classroom setting with Alex?
Well, Alex does a lot of talking in class, and therefore he's not getting his work done.
Okay.
So it may seem like I am picking on him, but I am trying to get him to get his work done. I actually do like Alex, but Alex has to produce work in order for me to grade it. Okay. And his grade of a 60, that's the lowest that we can give in a 9, which would have been so much lower had I given him the actual grade.
Okay. So, Mom, have you seen him doing any type of homework or anything within Ms. McDaniel's classroom? I know he's obviously doing everything within the other classes, but what about, have you seen him do any homework within Ms. McDaniel's classroom?
We are always going through every class and making sure that he is doing all of his homework. And yes, he has brought homework home from Ms. McDaniel's class, and we do complete it together. He does have a little more difficulty in that class, but I don't think that warrants a failing grade. And he has complained that, she just doesn't seem to respond to him. He raises his hand in class. She doesn't want to, respond to him at all. And so that's concerning to me because, I will admit that he probably does talk in class, but it doesn't warrant a failing grade.
Okay. But you do know that sometimes when he's talking in class, that's going to distract other students from learning. So that might be a reason why Ms. McDaniel is possibly giving him the grade that he has. And Alex, you understand that, right? Now, when you're speaking it out of term, in a sense, in the classroom setting, you're distracting other students from learning.
But sometimes she's just talking too fast, and I can't understand what's going on, and I try and ask her, and she'll just get mad.
Okay, so maybe that's something that we can work on as far as putting some type of strategies in the intervention plan for you to actually, maybe we can see you to some type of group counseling or some type of study skills or some type of tutorials after school to help you if you're not grasping the material as quickly as other students is grasping the material. So do you feel like that's the problem in a nutshell with why you're behaving like you are within her class versus your other classes?
Maybe sometimes.
Okay.
Alex, are you able to take notes while she's talking?
Yeah, but she's going so fast sometimes. I can't write that fast. And so then I try and ask her something and she'll just get mad. And I can't do it sometimes.
So one of the rules we have, if you don't get notes, that we have copies of them that you can take later. Are you doing that?
I guess not.
Okay. All right. So we need to put that within the intervention plan as far as one of our strategies that will assist him, because it seems like maybe this class might be just moving a little bit too fast for him, which is perfectly fine, but we need to put some type of intervention in place for him. Okay?
So just to clarify, Ms. McDaniel, there are copies of notes available for the students, and they know where they can receive them.
Yes.
Alex, do you know where you're supposed to pick those copies from?
The yellow folder, I think.
And one of the other things, I think a lot of times when you feel like I'm not responding to you is because if I'm giving directions and then you're talking to your neighbor while I'm giving the directions, then you have to come back and ask me the same thing I just said. That makes it very difficult.
Okay. Do we want to discuss the behaviors that you're having within the class as far as you acting out in her class? I know, Ms. Rucker, you've seen a lot of his write-ups. And we just want you to understand that we have rules and regulations within the school building. So obviously, the way you're acting out within her class is not going to make it, or it's not the correct behavior that you need to have within the classroom, because you're constantly getting suspended out of Ms. McDaniel's class, and that is taking away instruction from you. Okay? So I just want you to understand that when you're out of the class, obviously you're not getting instruction, and you're already feeling like she's moving too fast for you already. So we need to work on that. Okay?
Okay.
So causing the problem, why it doesn't seem like he's the only one who's being taken out of class.
Well, of course you wouldn't know if other kids are being sent out of class, or if I talk to their parents, I wouldn't be able to talk to you about other kids and what's going on with them. They're a chatty bunch. The whole group of them are chatty. What I think is the difference with Alex is that he is more defiant than he is. It's one thing to talk, and then when I ask him, you be quiet. It's another thing to act like I didn't say anything and keep going. And that's where I guess where he feels I don't like him, that he feels he's going to keep going because I already don't like him.
Is that true, Alex? That you're more defiant? That you don't respond to her when she tells you to sit down?
Well, sometimes I don't, just because other kids keep going. So I mean, if they're gonna keep going, you know,
Okay.
I'm not gonna stop.
But you know that's unacceptable behavior, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, as long as you understand that that's unacceptable behavior within anybody's classroom, just not Ms. McDaniel's classroom. And maybe we need to implement another intervention in place for your plan to help you with that, because I don't want you to be somewhat of a follower within a classroom setting either.
Well, it sounds like he's a little frustrated too because of him not being able to pick up the work as quickly. So maybe, and that may be why he is acting out. So maybe we can remind Alex to get the notes maybe prior to the classroom so that he'll have it with him. Would that be acceptable?
Would it be easier if I email them to you? Because I usually type them up. I
That-
can email them to you.
That would be great. That would be great.
And that way he can have them even before class
But he still
starts.
would need to take notes in class, even if he's not getting it all.
Okay.
But at least he'll have something to study.
That would be good.
Okay, so is that something that the team is agreeing that we're going to definitely put that within the intervention plan as far as Alex, you're going to, well, Ms. McDaniel's going to email
And I'll make sure that
Alex's
Alex has them.
notes.
Yes.
Okay, and definitely work on that for homework assignments. And if you have any difficulties off those notes that you're reading or reviewing at night, then make sure you come back the next day and ask Ms. McDaniel, you know, I'm not understanding this particular assignment, or I'm not understanding this particular chapter, so we can go ahead and get you the help, and maybe we need to get with Ms. Teal to set you up with some tutorial services after school hours or before school hours or during your lunch. I don't know, but I mean, you got to let us know how we can support you.
Right.
Can I take notes on the notes that
Sure.
that I'm giving?
Okay. Is there any other, as far as your behavior, I know you said that you're going to start doing better within the classroom, but what type of behavior interventions can we put in place?
Maybe giving signals instead of saying something to Alex. That way it'll just be between the two of us.
Right.
And that way he won't feel that I'm calling him out in front of his peers.
Right. Oh, and I was even thinking maybe we can like put it like when he's starting to act out, put like a little card on his desk, like a red card or a green card that's saying, you know, you need to pretty much pipe it down a little bit within a class because you're distracting the whole entire class. Whichever way.
Well, I'm sorry. Well, also, from what I understand, Alex has told me that he sits towards the middle of the class, and I think that maybe if it's possible that we can move him up to the front, that might be helpful for him.
Okay, so we have 3 interventions, somewhat. The preferential seating is really not an intervention, but we're going to go ahead and put it within the intervention plan anyway because I know that's what you requested. So we're going to definitely email the notes to you so he can have those notes to review at each night. Definitely if we see that you're starting to act out, Alex, then we're definitely going to put a card by, or either Ms. McDaniel will give you some sort of signaling within the classroom so you don't feel like you're being outcast. Okay?
Which would you prefer, Alex? The
I
card?
think I'd rather signal
Okay.
instead of having.
And we can come up with the signals between the two of us.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about your interventions that we put in place, Alex?
I think they're all right. I like the notes thing. I think I'll use that.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Thank you, guys. We actually just had a Mr. Boone. I just want to let you know we actually just went through an intervention plan for a student. And within our intervention team, it came out that some of our new teachers here at the school are just having some difficulties with classroom management issues. So I was thinking I wanted to definitely create a new teacher PLC here for our new teachers and possibly have some of our seasoned teachers assist them with different strategies that they can use within their classroom to help some of the students that are definitely being defiant within their classes. They need some help. Miss McDaniel's here and Miss Rucker. Miss Rucker's been here for already 20 years now. So we just want to collaborate our new teachers and our seasoned teachers within a PLC here that we don't have. And I think that's something that we definitely need to have. How do you feel about that? Do you think it's feasible? Or?
Yeah, that sounds like a great thing because the seasoned teacher can come in, or Ms. Rucker in this instance can come in and really help those new teachers out, because I think a lot of times the new teachers have misperceptions of how a new teacher should behave, because I know in past they say you should be strict, but they have to learn that you can learn about your kids and care about your kids as if they're your own kids, but still be disciplined with them. So I think a lot of the new teachers have problems with that. So I think Ms. Rucker will be great in that role.
Okay. Ms. Rucker, do you want to take the lead on the PLC? And I'm just asking you. I'm not saying that should be your duty or anything. I mean, I could help you with it, but we need to have a lead teacher within the school building that's going to take the lead on the PLC.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll help facilitate that.
Okay. And Ms. McDaniel, this is not to say that you're not doing what you're supposed to do within your classroom or anything with your students, but we want to definitely provide as much support as possible to any new teacher.
I'll take all the help I can get.
Oh, well, thank you. We appreciate that. Okay. A day in the life of an AP intern. My name is Kishia Carrington. So as an AP intern, I'm learning many other aspects of administration in which the administration of the building has to be able to process, analyze, and implement changes in the school just to benefit the students that we're pretty much here for. Our jobs is to support our students, bottom line. So at times administration can be overwhelming because clearly the principal of the building is called upon everything from students, parents, teachers, and staff consulting for the principal's expertise. I'm learning a great deal of information here at Shepherd Middle School. At this time, I understand the importance of having a strong and dedicated administrative team, which is our assistant principals. I have to have that support just to back me up as a AP intern and as a principal intern. The administration has the duty to make sure the school building has all of the tools to educate students, and if students are not performing well, then it's our job to analyze those data sets, and implement new or revised programs for our students to support them and help them academically grow well and beyond what they can do. If we have students who feel unwelcomed in our school, I have to make sure as a building administrator that I am capturing the academic enhancement of all children, not specifically one group of students. So that's my role as an AP intern. I hope you enjoyed my video, and see you later.